let us know.
Man.
Let me know.
Yeah, what's up, son?
What they do? Well, you can't say what's up, son, because you got the A hat on. Yeah. So what's up, shorty? Shouty.
What up, twin? Did they
Yeah,
say
yeah, twin.
What up, shouty? What up?
Yeah, what's up,
Yo, what up,
twin?
shouty? What up, twin?
Yeah.
Yo, what up, twin? What up, gang?
Yeah, what they do?
Yo, what up, gang?
Yeah.
I mean, do 90s dudes, because that's what it's supposed to kind of represent.
Yeah, that's definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to represent the
definitely
90s.
looking like using DMX's crew.
Right.
You looking rough rider.
I'm looking rough rider. I was trying to go for like the Red Man,
yeah,
Reggie Noble type of look.
Noble.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I had a black hat. My wife was like, "Yo, don't you got a red joint?" I was like, "I do." Let me go and throw that on real quick with the red. With, you know what I'm saying? With the chain. You know what I'm saying? I got today.
Yeah, what it say? Do your chain hang low, do it wobble to the flow.
I don't even know why I threw this on today.
My chain hang low.
I was like, yo.
I don't remember who sang that song.
I got a life preserver joint on. You know what I'm saying?
Got the wilderness joint.
The wilderness joint. My wife was like, yo, it's reversible. I was like, nah. She was like, shoot. I was like, yo, let me throwing the other bling too. You know what I'm saying? I should have thrown the rings.
The ice. You iced out.
Drip. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, son? You know what I mean? Hey, y'all from Brooklyn, don't. I'm just saying Brooklyn, because like most people I hear from New York, they be like from Brooklyn, except like Shaolin or, Staten Island, saying what's up, son.
Wild and Staten Island.
Wild and Staten.
I'm from the Bronx myself, originally.
Oh, I thought you was from Cleveland.
Yeah, I was born in New York.
Oh, you born in New York.
I was 2 when I left the Bronx.
Well, I was born in Baltimore, so.
Yeah, I was born in Harlem Hospital.
Okay.
But by the time I was 2, you know what I'm saying, I was terrorizing them streets of Cleveland.
Streets.
Yeah, just running the streets in Cleveland.
Yeah, I was all up in them streets on North Avenue in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? Terrorizing the neighborhoods with the little sunflowers they used to have on the corner, with the little stores, you know what I'm saying? With the doo-wop singers back in the 74.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Yeah. Don't tell them that.
We left when I was 5. And then I used to go back every summer. They used to have them rats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we used to ride the rats.
Used to ride the rats in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? Like, and be like, hey, it's so crazy because different regions have different vernacular, different phraseology for things that they say, right?
Yeah.
Like ebonics, I guess, or just things they say. Like the first time, so living in Baltimore was the first, because I used to go back every summer. Until I was 12. Then my mom was like, "No, you're not going back no more because you almost got attacked by a colony of rats." You know what I'm saying? I did, bro.
A rat colony is crazy.
Nigga, I was traumatized.
That's crazy.
When I was like 12. So long story short, I don't know, I think I told it before, but long story short, I went to go visit my pops, you know what I'm saying? And he was living with my uncle at the time. I know my uncle probably gonna see this. He can be like, I don't even remember this. He can be like, I don't even remember this.
Put me out there like that.
But anyway, I love you, man. But this is how it was, right? It's my experience. So I slept in the basement, finished basement and everything, right? Yeah. And so in Baltimore, they had in the back of the basement, they had a door with a cellar in the back.
Yeah.
I'm 12.
Got to go check it out.
I went to check it out. Let's see. Yeah. I'm back there fiddling, messing with stuff.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they was like, "Oh, you want to come back here?
Yeah.
And mess up our stuff?" Man, next thing I know, man, I'm laying on the little futon watching, late night TV because I'm, it's summertime.
Yeah.
Out of school. All of a sudden, a horde of rats, bro, just
all came out the
yes.
You left the door open?
I don't know where they came from.
Oh.
But I probably left the door open, but they came. And boy, I jumped up on the couch. Boy, I was screaming. Yeah. I went to bang on the door. Let me out. But it was like 1:00 in the morning. So they all sleep.
Yeah.
And they up on the 3rd floor.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it was the basement, the living room, and then all that on the 2nd floor. And they on the 3rd floor. I'm boom, boom. But they had locked the door to the basement.
Oh,
and so
shoot.
I called my mom's the next day. I'm traumatized. The rats, the laws. My kids mess with me now about it. Whenever they see a rat on TV, hey, Dad, look at that. I'm traumatized by the rat.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
whatever. So she comes to get me. He ain't never come up here again. Yeah. And I ain't never go back. Ever. Moms was like, nah, you ain't locking my son in no basement with them Baltimore, and them Baltimore rats like,
yeah,
I saw a rat chase a cat one day. That cat was meow, meow, and that rat was like, yeah, I'm about to get that.
Yeah.
I was like, yo. I was like, yo.
That's crazy.
But
I don't know why the rats are so bad in certain parts of the North.
I guess.
I don't know. New York with the big rats and all
Baltimore
that.
with the big rats.
Yeah, I mean, they had some, I guess they had big rats in Cleveland, but not a lot, though.
I haven't seen a rat here in Atlanta since.
I've seen very few to none.
But I don't traverse the rat areas, I guess. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen very many. And to say I haven't seen very many is saying a lot, because I've worked in a lot of warehouse settings, a lot of retail settings where you generally run into some infestation situation,
brother.
Yeah,
them boys, they were like attack.
That's crazy.
They were like attack. I was like, oh snap.
They was trying to see what you was talking about.
They was.
Talking about, there you go.
There's him. Yo, that's the one who came back here. He
came back here.
He was talking that trash to us.
There you go. That's him.
He was like, them stupid rats. I know they ain't back here. What they ain't gonna do nothing to me.
That's crazy.
They were like, all right, we can call the homies, and they called them all up and
called the squad out.
Yeah, bro. And I was like, Ben.
That's right, Ben and his crew.
Yeah, I don't even listen to Ben. Like, I don't listen. Ben, the two of us. Man, forget that rat, bro. Like, I don't care nothing about that rat and his
I don't want to hear nothing about that. Yeah, squirrel cousin.
Right.
I don't want to talk to me about the squirrel cousin.
I'll squash on Ben real quick, man. But no, we had started off camera. Y'all didn't even get a chance to hear this. But we had started talking about R&B. You know, what's one of my favorite topics? Talk about R&B and like kind of where are the male R&B singers? I mean, you can tell us how the conversation started, and we can talk about that a little bit before we get into the main stuff.
Yeah, so I was talking to my cousin Trap. Shout out to Trap. We was talking about, we always be philosophizing, and especially as it relates to music. We were talking about a whole bunch of stuff, but we ended up down a rabbit hole to where we were like, where do we get off track? Once you get past Usher and Chris Brown, what's left? Like, we're at a point right now, Chris Brown just dropped an album, came out today. Shout out to Chris Brown for his album. 27 joints on there.
27. I took a screenshot of them. 27 joints.
And this is another part of the conversation that me and my cousin were having, which is shout out to Atlanta, because I'm sure Atlanta wrote 75% of the album, even though I'm sure it all got recorded in L.A.
Yep.
I'm sure Atlanta wrote all the songs. I've seen so far one person that I know, he actually wrote the intro interlude. And he's here in Atlanta, so I'm sure there's more.
I'm sure. I'm going to look it up. Because we talking.
Atlanta usually, the weird thing is all the music comes from here, but it doesn't come from here. So we write the smash records, and then we send them to New York, and we send them to LA, and then they cut the records there. And people still believe you got to go to those places for a record to break. Even though those records are being made right here in the A.
Right here in the A. They sure are. But yeah, but where after you think about
so Chris Brown dropped an album. So now what? Once Chris Brown decide he tired and he not dropping no more records, like what's the hierarchy right now of R&B male artists? Everything is so female driven. And it seems like we're even starting to get tired of the female rap. It seems like that's starting to die down some. You don't hear as much Glorilla. You don't hear as much Cardi. You don't hear as much Meg, especially since she's now independent. You don't hear her stuff quite as much. So what's next? What's about to happen? Because beyond Chris, who's next?
Yeah,
right? You brought up the point of Leon Thomas,
right? If you're looking at it from a next perspective, that's the
even who's a now, period. Beyond Chris and Usher, who else is there?
Who's a now? I mean, Tank's still doing this thing, but Tank is
that's rough though, because to say Tank is older than both Chris and Usher, probably.
No, he's not.
He probably older than Usher. So
probably.
I don't even know. Not only that, Tank's new music whether it's the label or not, it does not get radio play. It does not get terrestrial radio play. It doesn't get much satellite radio play. His older music, right? His first album, second album, songs off of those projects are the ones that you hear in heavy rotation, not his newer stuff. I know we got, Jadon out here now. Tone Stith has the number one R&B record right now. But if you put Jadon, Tone Stith in a lineup with 3 other randos, I guarantee you most people can't pick them out.
Exactly.
Because they don't know them like that. They're not household names like that.
And I only know Tone Stith because I was at an event with Troy Taylor, and he was there.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure Tone has probably worked with Troy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because, he was there with Troy for the actual event.
Gotcha.
Because they were doing something, and Tone was demonstrating something with Troy. So, absolutely, I'm sure that Tone has been working with Troy.
Yeah. So, beyond that.
But from I don't know who else would be next. I'm sure y'all may
even
know.
a now. Who's a now?
Who's a now?
Besides them two. We said Lucky Daye.
We said Lucky Daye, but we don't.
But again, you almost got to group Lucky Daye and Leon Thomas together.
Right.
It's sort of a more soulful version of R&B. R&B soul used to be a category back in the day, but their stuff's a little more soulful. You wouldn't necessarily group their records with a Chris Brown record right now.
And the names on this list, I don't even know half of the names on this list, bro. Like,
you talking about as far as credits?
No, just as far as R&B male R&B singers.
Okay.
I wouldn't even know who half of these.
Name some of them. Let's see.
Odile.
Oh yeah, Odile he's gotten really big.
No, I guess I don't think it's known because it's KWN. Quinn.
That's known.
Known, okay.
But known is known as a female.
Oh, okay. Well, it says new and rising male R&B artist. KWN.
That's scary.
That's crazy.
Known is a female.
That's
and she's actually not even from the United States.
E.J. Jones.
I never heard of him.
Destin Conrad. Leon Thomas.
I've heard of Destin Conrad. He's
Darcy.
Dope. As a matter of fact, I want to say Destin got nominated for a Grammy. His project did.
Leon Thomas. Now, Leon Thomas, I know.
Leon
Darcy. T.O. Glazier. J.O. Mr. Tysky.
They don't have Elmine on there.
Jack James, Sebastian McHale, Reggie Beckton. Yeah, I don't know who half.
Yeah,
they were like, "Cause you old, nigga, you old." I still don't know who half.
So I
of
was
those people
naming
are.
other people like Elmine. Elmine has been hot lately. He's got a couple really good records.
I know who Brent Faiyaz is. So,
of course, Brent Faiyaz.
Yeah. I don't. The Weeknd. I don't include.
I wouldn't include.
I don't really
Weeknd.
include the
He's
Weeknd
really
into
a pop
R&B.
artist. Yeah, he's really a pop. I mean, I know he didn't start out
Bryson
that way,
Tiller?
but he is now.
I mean,
Bryson Tiller is. He's an artist, but I don't think he's.
I mean,
he's not a headline draw to me. He could headline a tour, but I don't. It would have to be a small one.
Daniel Caesar.
Oof, I know he put out a project within the last 6 months, but I don't think people checking for Daniel Caesar's on that level. I know if you love his music, you love his music, and you could probably say the same is true about most of these guys. Kevin Ross is somebody else who's dope.
Giveon, Party Next Door.
Is dope. Is it Khalid?
Khalid, he's on here.
He's
Khalid.
dope. But again, none of these guys
Toliver?
are. Don Toliver is like
Steve Lacy.
Lacy.
Your man Jacquees. Isn't he the king?
Yeah,
he's
R&B? The king of R&B. Like none of these people are we didn't name anybody outside of probably Jacquees that even has a radio friendly song that we all know gets played on the radio a lot.
Yeah, that's
none of those other people. Steve Lacy, he's got a following.
Leon Bridges,
I don't even remember any
Leon
Bridges records. Isaiah Falls, is he on there?
I He may be. Luke James.
Luke James is an amazing vocalist.
Amazing vocalist, y'all.
But it's
amazing vocalist.
I don't think people.
Elijah Blake
is actually dope.
Blast.
Aaron Ray, I think his name is. He's dope.
Duckworth.
But none of these guys are moving the needle. None of them have radio-ready songs that are just got the ladies going crazy. So then,
besides Chris Brown and Usher,
that's it. And you almost can't say Usher when you listen to the radio. It's gonna be predominantly Chris Brown, Leon Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what. Can we name another R&B male artist that? And my cousin Trap kept saying, well, not kept saying, but he was like, Trey Songz was that. So if we had to put them in tiers, right? Mm-hmm. It was Usher and Chris in the top tier, and then it was Trey Songz in the second tier. Maybe Trey Songz and Tank in the second tier. Then maybe you put your Lucky Days, your Kevin Rosses, your. I guess Leon Thomas is technically second tier.
You would put Trey in a second.
This is in the 2010s, 15s.
I mean,
I know he fell off at like 18.
Did. I don't know why though.
Yeah, I don't either. We know why because of the allegations
against him.
Yeah, we know why. But
but I don't know why because the ladies don't know. The ladies loved him.
Yeah, well, the ladies. It's still some. We've talked about that. The ladies still, some of them, most of them love Chris Brown, but there are still some who don't play Chris Brown.
Yeah,
they like, nah, we not doing that.
Yeah.
Once an abuser, always an abuser.
Always an abuser. Once a criminal, always a criminal.
Yeah, so they play that game with Chris as well. So, but it's like 2017 came along, I think, 2018. Trey Songz couldn't throw one in the ocean. He went from being probably one of the hottest R&B male vocalists to he can't throw one in the ocean.
Mr. Still Your Girl?
Mr. Still Your Girl.
Oh, it's Mr. Still Your Girl. I was like, you ain't saying nothing. I was like, hey.
Say, watch your mouth, boy.
Hey,
bottoms
up, bottoms up. Like he was, like Trey was one of the hottest R&B singers at that time.
Yeah. At one point he had a TV show. They did like a whole reality show, almost like documentary thing where they followed him around while he was recording and while he was touring. They did a thing with him and Troy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I remember that because it was showing him at recording. It was showing him touring.
Yep.
It was talking about how him drinking champagne was messing up his vocals, and then the allegations came, I think, during that tour. But I think that was like 2017, 2018.
And now he's in like a residency in Las Vegas at Drea's. I think the name of the club, Drea's. Because I interviewed Amadeus, who is his drummer.
Okay.
And so, well, Amadeus is a multi-platinum producer anyway, but he, was part of Trey Songz camp, who was his drum. So when the residency came up, he was like, yeah, I'll be out there, because he's a drummer.
Yeah.
So that's what he does. But I don't understand. He was at the pinnacle, the height of R&B back at that time.
He was. It was Chris Brown and Trey Songz.
Because Usher was still doing Usher, but at that time, Confessions came out. 8701, Confessions, and then I think Raymond versus Raymond.
Yeah,
probably around there.
Raymond. And then at that time period, Trey was on fire. And then Usher's next album was that one where he tried to do like the whole ode to Marvin Gaye thing, and that was a flop.
I think it had an album, Moving Mountains. I think is that the name of it?
I think that song was on that album. Yeah,
I gotta go.
That album was
Apple playlist.
Here I Am or Here I Stand.
Here I Stand. Yeah, Here I Stand.
Like that. Yeah.
Here I Stand.
That album was not good.
Because I think on the album it was the song Moving Mountains was on there.
Yeah, the album was weak sauce.
Yeah, he had Love in the Club.
Right, but remember, Love in the Club was already a song that technically was a Lil Jon record. He just added it to that project. to help the project out because it needed it. But meanwhile, at that point, Chris and Trey,
they were dominating.
Was doing their thing.
They were dominating.
Yeah.
And
then
I would literally say Trey was dominating from 2007, 2009, 2010, 2015.
I was gonna say, I feel like around 15 is where the wheels started to come off.
2000
Allegations was somewhere around 16 or 17. Had to be.
Yeah, I mean, because you think the album Ready had Neighbors Know My Name,
Woo.
I Invented Sex.
Woo.
I mean, it had Say Ah,
Woo.
Make Them Say Ah, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Right, it had that. It had so many.
Yeah.
It had I Want to Be. It had Successful on here. It had so many.
He was
hits.
hot, man.
He was killing it. And of course, the album before Ready was Trey Day, and Trey Day has one of my favorite songs from Trey Songz on it ever, produced by Brian Michael Cox, which was Last Time. Like, it Can't Help But Wait.
Can't Help But Wait was an amazing record.
Like, he was killing. I mean, there's more on here, but he was killing the game.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it just
boy fell off like a spare tire.
That boy went off the side of the mountain.
Yeah. Which again speaks to the power of the female consumer.
We talked about that.
And when they say it's over, it's over.
It's over.
You know, that music was made. Trey's music was made for women, and so or about women, and so. The women loved it, so guys loved to play it for the women. So it was a win-win. And then once he got them allegations,
it was over. In the words of Megatron.
And so now he's not even really part of the conversation anymore. No. And then the rest of the guys just can't really break through. They haven't had a record. I mean, I can't remember when was the last time before Mutt that there was a new R&B artist that just had a smash record. So Leon Thomas did that, but outside of that, it's like it's our time.
Well, it has to be.
It's time for men.
It has to be
get back in the game of R&B
because the ladies been killing it. The ladies had been killing.
Yes,
SZA, they've been out there killing. SZA's been out there killing it.
I mean, Kehlani
killing.
Folded. Money Long. Money Long's had 3 smash records in the last 3 years.
It's time, fellas. Y'all come out. Y'all got to start grabbing it. Like we
Summer
said,
Walker.
Like we said last time.
Great records.
Y'all need to start laying down, grabbing air, and singing in the rain.
It's time to get back to that. And and the irony is, we talked about this too, Trap and I, was a lot of these great records, not to discredit women at all, but we know, the songwriters out here, we know, a lot of the records that are great records for the ladies, they're being written by the men.
Yeah.
We're writing their records.
True.
And they winning on the artistry side. We've understood that, okay, got to take a back seat to what works. If the consumer is a woman and she's buying women's music, then that's what you make, right? You got somebody like Party Fontaine who writes basically every record that Cardi B does at this point. And in addition to that, he also wrote probably half of Meg Thee Stallion's records. So any songs that you like by those two female artists, which I love a lot of their songs, they were written by a dude. So it's time for us to start writing for us. The catch is, if men don't write R&B records that women want to hear, then you might well hit delete, throw it in the trash. Right. And let me tell you, if you think you about to prompt AI to get you the right kind of record for
you better not do it.
The ladies, I don't know that that's going to happen. So we were talking about that, literally, like it needs to be some male camps, writing camps.
Male writing camps. Y'all get
in
some rooms.
Get in the rooms and write what needs to be written
son,
to
because
sell records.
Dame
And
Dash,
maybe there need to be women, not maybe, there probably need to be women in the room.
Yeah, because Dame Dash be like, man, who gonna walk in here with these sweaty men writing these love songs in a room full of sweaty men?
There probably need to be women in the room so they can tell us what not to write, because I think guys don't have a clue. Trey Songz, shout out to whoever was writing for Trey, because they kind of broke through the ceiling of we could say whatever we want to say. They were kind of the first ones to, in the newer time frame, to get wild with the lyrics, right? Because we were talking about hit records before that. Going from the 90s to today, we were talking about, records, even Boyz II Men's big records, right? I'll Make Love to You only said I'll make love to you, and they referred to it as love.
That's right.
Not Trey Songz saying, you gonna think I invented sex. Sex and love. Then was two
different neighbors
things.
know my name.
Yeah, the neighbors gonna know my name. He was talking about a whole another level.
Oh, he got some other lyrics in there that is more graphic than just those.
Even Say I. we assume he's talking about alcohol.
Exactly.
But lyrical content just took a different turn for R&B. And
I mean, back in the day when Boyz II Men, New Edition, it was safe because the songs, they wanted to make sure that the songs that they were playing, being listened to, had radio appeal and that they could play on the radio. So they refrained a lot from doing things that would cause them to not be able to position their music in a way that got it maximum exposure. So they when they wrote songs, it was like, okay, we can't say, girl, I'm gonna smash you, even though we probably ain't saying that back in the day. It's like, okay, I'll make love to you like you want me to. Girl, I'll hold you tight, baby, all through the night.
Yeah. Right? But even if you think about Jodeci is where it changed. So Jodeci never tried to release those records as singles, though. Like Jodeci had some.
They did. Forever My Lady was the single,
right?
But Forever My Lady, listen to the lyrics.
That's right.
Forever My Lady is like a dream. Right?
Yeah,
right.
It's very apropos.
It's very. That's right.
So even my heart belongs to you.
This is my jam, boy. Whatever you need. Ooh, yeah. There's nothing I won't do. I say whatever you want. My heart belongs to you. Yo, that hold on. You know
that was some terrible singing, but they get the point though.
Y'all get the point.
Yeah,
y'all like go listen to the real thing.
Yeah.
So the songs where Jodeci wanted to ensure that they got airplay were the ones that they played it. I'm calling it play it safe.
And to me, and I don't even know if this was intentional or not, but they pushed the boundaries but never crossed them. For example, they had
Ride
songs,
and Slide.
They had songs on the albums, the Diary of a Madman album and the album after it. The songs were like, they had a song called like Sticky, I think. Like they had some wild songs.
Oh yeah, but those are never singles.
Were not singles.
That's right.
Even Fiendin' was a single that pushed the boundary but didn't go over it. And so I don't really know when that change happened to where we just got super sexual in the R&B songs. But now if you think about it, and this is how part of how the conversation started. I said I have a 14-year-old daughter that I love to talk about music with. And I thought about it today. I'm riding in the car and I was like, oh man, I always try to think of things that her and I can talk about. And a lot of times we talk about on Friday, new music. I couldn't say to her, or I could have, but it's just my own personal values. I couldn't say to her what I wanted to say, which was, hey, have you heard the new Chris Brown album? Because I know he got a song out right now where he talking about, I might take the rubber off. Like, I'm like, no, I don't need her.
Like,
and he talking about the D.
Shit like Dad.
Yeah. So
he's talking about taking the rubber off.
And I know that there's more songs like that on any and every Chris Brown project. So, you know, for example, I asked her, has she listened to the Bruno Mars album? Because I knew that was a safer listen.
Well, I don't know. But
Silk
I get
Sonic is the one that ain't a safe listen.
Yeah, because he was like,
this
got me paying rent.
Yeah, the Silk Sonic album, I don't promote the listening to that unless it's the radio edit versions. But his newer project, you know, I'm sure, you know, he gonna give you some profanity, but you can still listen to the songs without the sexual. We're beyond innuendo in Chris Brown records. Guys are writing the raunchiest thing that they can write, and Chris is singing it. So and it ain't even Chris's fault because he's not writing them records.
If I really had to go back and think about it, right? Back in our day, I mean, it became at a point where we started to cross over into the raunchy.
I got one record
side.
for you. I got a record.
You're probably thinking of what I'm thinking about.
I don't know. I be digging it. So, pause. So I used to work at a radio station in Houston, KBXX The Box, 97.9. Shout out to them. And one of the things that Trap and I was talking about was how proper. I was making the point that music used to be very proper. So when you talk about Brian McKnight, and there was a group called As Yet. There's a group called Take 6, After 7, Portrait, even Shy.
Milestone, which y'all don't even know. Y'all know who Milestone is. But.
Milestone was the group that had Jodeci.
It had Casey and JoJo in it.
Yeah, and somebody else too, right?
One of the Edmonds.
Yeah,
and I can't remember the other guy, but yes.
Yeah, one of the other dudes that was from After 7.
Yep. But they had.
But a lot of those songs were very proper
songs.
Except for there was this one that was proper but wild, and that was the As Yet record. You remember that record? Last night. I was inside of you. Whoa.
Last night.
Whoa.
While making love to you.
Whoa.
But he saw the sun, the moon, the mountains, and the rivers. I saw heaven when I made sweet love to you.
So I guess that's how he could get away with saying I was inside of you. Because that was wild.
Right. Inside of
you. Yeah, that is graphic.
But
nothing compared to what Chris Brown and all these other artists are saying today.
We had there was an artist named Rob.
Better than the you had before. That's what Chris Brown says.
You remember? Is it Rob? Yes, Rob. Right here, RAAB. Rob had a song called "Foreplay."
I remember this? I remember that one.
Oh man, I can't even play it because YouTube they like to they like to cut a brother.
Yeah, haters gonna hate. Yeah,
let me see where we at. I'm gonna play.
Yes, I remember that.
It was called Foreplay. He got a whole song talking about foreplay.
I remember that.
The whole joint. That's all you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it started to get into that era where we no longer wanted to play it safe. Guys was like, yo, I'm freaky. I want to say and do exactly what I really be doing, but I want to really tell these ladies on the record what I really want to be doing to them. And there'd be guys that be writing it, of course, and be like, yo, I want to do this. Like, no more of that. I want to make love to you. No more of that, girl, let me love you down. No more let me love you down. No more you playing hard to get. No more. No.
Yeah.
No. Spread cheeks.
Yeah. Let me dive into that ocean.
Let me swim and sweat. Like,
let me bang it head. Like Chris Brown said, better than the D you had before.
And that's why
smiling because I know you wanted more.
That's why it is hard for me to listen to today's R&B.
But yes,
it is very difficult for me to to listen to today's.
I feel like it's time for us to figure it out and get back to it. We got to be able to do records that don't consist of that.
Like even Silk, right? What's this? Meeting in my bedroom.
Yeah.
Take control.
Yeah.
Freak me, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Let me lick you up and down.
Yeah.
Till you say stop.
Okay. So
baby.
what year did that come out?
This came out in. Oh, hold up. I'm looking at 1999, baby.
I was gonna say 99, 2000.
Yeah. Oh well, if well, that's meeting in my. Let me see. Hold on, no, because that came on the
Lick You Up and Down was before that.
Yeah, that came on the
98. Yeah, 98, 99. I feel like
no, Lose Control. That's what 1992.
Control.
1992.
Oh, okay.
Brother.
So 92, I was in. I was Cleveland. Not 92.
I was
in Houston.
I was about to graduate.
Yeah, I didn't want to say what grade I was in, but yeah, 90 nothing. But yeah, that's Silk was a good example of how the tide started to turn. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop is wild. That's baby. Almost as wild as
Freak Me
Last
baby.
Night I Was Inside of You. Like, I think she knows that she was there too.
Nah. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm
telling you what I saw.
Yeah, let me tell you what.
Right?
Let me tell you what happened. What happened to me? You.
But
wow.
when you think about it, even going back because I'm in my playlist stuff, right? But even songs like when you have from my man Babyface, 1989. I mean, his songs were. He talked about it.
We thought Whip Appeal was a freak nasty song.
Like Whip Appeal, like that's exactly what I went to.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It
sweet,
wasn't.
Sweet loving.
He actually doesn't really say anything about.
He doesn't
the actual act of.
But when you
he just say you got that whip appeal, so work it on me.
Work it on me.
He talking about
what does that mean?
When we go to work, how the day seems so long. Like he not saying nothing wild.
Nothing wild.
But we love that record.
This whole episode gonna be about this.
Let me tell you how important this conversation is. Because it's going to require an entire shift of the music industry. Mm-hmm. And that generally starts with independent artists. It generally starts with somebody making movement. Well, it's going to have to start that way, right? Because there are no signed artists anymore, unless you're a legacy act. Jadon is signed to Usher. And there's some type of partnership deal with Usher. You know, a lot of these other artists, I don't even know if they're signed to anybody.
We got to go back for a second.
Lucky Daye is signed. Leon Thomas is signed.
We got to go back. It would be an injustice to R&B.
Oh, wait. When did R. Kelly and Public Announcement?
That was
in the 90s. Early 91, 92.
It would be an injustice.
Honey Love.
For someone like me that loves R&B. To not mention an individual that had hit after hit after hit after hit consecutive. How can I not mention Bobby V in this conversation?
Bobby V?
Brother. Bobby V, yes. Bobby V.
You trip. I mean.
No, sir.
Okay, Bobby. Okay.
So
Bobby V has 4 really good songs. That's it. That's it.
Brother.
Name them. Hold on. Because you're about to tell me how legit Bobby is. Name Bobby V. You got to cheat. See? You got to look it up.
I'm always going to go look.
That's okay.
Because I'm
old. But if he was bussing, pause, like you say he is. Was. Then you would be able to tell me. There's the In Those Jeans record. But there's the Paper something. But this Anonymous.
But this is back in 2000 and
like 6,
5, 6.
Yeah.
Right. So
he had the Anonymous record. He had Those Jeans.
He had Slow Down. Tell Me. Just those two. Just them two songs.
He's got 4 songs.
Them 2 songs
Anonymous,
literally changed.
Tell Me.
Yeah. That.
He had 4 songs.
He may have had 4 songs.
And then the hook on the the Mr. Officer song.
But it's what the albums did.
They ain't do nothing.
Yes, they did.
He might have went gold.
No.
He first artist to ever go double gold.
Yeah. He said first album to ever went double gold. I'm about to see.
Yeah.
Because
he went double gold.
Hold on, Bobby V.
Yeah. How many albums did Bobby V's first album sell? Album sales for first Bobby V's.
I want to see this.
Freshman project.
I want to see because if we're gonna put,
I guarantee you it was less than 800,000 copies.
Because if we're gonna put Lucky Daye, and if we're gonna put Leon Thomas,
that's up to Daye. But
that's up to Daye.
Yeah,
Bobby V would have been.
He would have been lower than Trey, and Trey was lower than Chris.
No, I think Bobby V would have been literally.
He was lower than Trey. Trey went crazy.
Don't kill me, Bobby. Probably.
Yes. Yeah, he would have been lower than Trey. He was the next tier down from Trey.
I would say he was in a.
If it was Usher, Chris, and maybe Chris has surpassed Usher at this point. Maybe Usher and Chris are together.
Pimping all over the world. Anonymous. Tell me.
Pimping all over the world. Wasn't that just a hook though?
Yeah, I mean it was still a song though.
Okay.
Do we not count songs that people are on?
We can.
Yeah,
because he need them. He need them.
I mean, a lot of artists need them.
We can't. No, just Bobby right now. Because Trey, Chris, and Usher don't need nobody.
That's true. That's true.
But Bobby gonna need help. So we gonna give him that one. Pimping all over the world. We gonna give him Mr. Officer. He need them too. Then he got Anonymous.
Yeah, he had some other ones though.
He had Tell Me.
Let me go back. Maybe,
which I was calling
maybe
In
I'm
Those
speaking
Jeans.
out of turn. Never Lonely, which you may not know. Like I like Never Lonely. I like Give Me a Chance. I like One Girl to Love. Keep doing them girls wrong.
Nah.
Somebody gonna do
Nah, you naming album cuts. You listen to the album. I'm gonna tell you who Bobby V actually was under. He wasn't even next to Trey Songz. Now that I think about it.
Who?
Genuine.
Nah, see you can't.
What? Don't you
but
play?
But you can't put Genuine as a third tier artist. R&B artist, Genuine third tier?
Yeah,
absolutely not.
When was Genuine?
Absolutely not.
When was Genuine ever on top of the game? He's always been a heavy contributor.
He's like he's not a Tyrese.
Okay, so you saying he's higher or lower?
No, he's lower than that.
Okay,
but but I can't put him in third tier.
He's lower than Bob. He's got more of a catalog than Bobby Valentino.
Absolutely.
So then you got to move Genuine to the third tier and Bobby to the basement.
I'm moving Genuine to the second tier. And
no.
Bobby to
So who's in your second tier?
Where would you put Tank?
I would probably put Tank in the third tier.
What kind of R&B you listening to?
The same R&B that everybody else is listening to. Except for I listen to far more. And that's why I know some of those artists on that list that you had never heard of.
Well, these are new people.
Yeah.
That's why it's difficult for me to listen to the new people because
I listen to it all. I consider myself to be timeless.
I listen to it all.
I listen to the old stuff,
but I just don't
and
like
the new stuff.
Yeah, I listen to it, but I'm like, that doesn't resonate with me. I don't really like that song, so I give it a listen, maybe two, and then it's okay. I'm not really feeling that, so that's something that doesn't go into my R&B bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you go into your R&B bag, at no point do you reach in that bag and pull out Bobby V before you get to Genuine.
No. I absolutely.
At no point do you get to Bobby V before you get to Tyrese. At no point do you get to Bobby V before you get to Usher, Chris Brown.
No, but Usher and Chris Brown are the top.
Yeah. So Bobby V's in the basement. Don't get me wrong. Due respect to Bobby V, because the records he got, his records they slap. I'm not gonna act like he don't have. I can't put him in. I can't put him in the But the dude got 4 records and then 2 assists.
I mean, he got
4 rebounds, 2 assists. Come on.
To his credit, he has a bunch more records. You may just not like them, but he has a bunch more records.
They didn't break through to nobody. And I'm thinking, and now that if I've added Genuine, I'm thinking that I got to be missing somebody else.
We got to be missing all of them. I mean, you would have to take all R&B artists, male R&B artists from all individual and groups and start to categorize them from an S tier to an A and on down. And so,
okay,
if you're thinking about, and
okay,
I mean,
so wait, I like that. S is what?
S tiers would be like your mega star,
yes, I
R&B
like that.
artist.
So there's two people.
So no, I mean, if you're thinking about male R&B,
we talking about from 90,
90s,
from 90 to today.
Now, I mean,
which is rare in itself that we even are in a time period where artists that were out in 30 years ago are still relevant.
So would you put Boyz II Men in the S tier?
That in terms of R&B music, yes. But if we're just talking about individual R&B artists, that's a different.
Well, if we're talking
completely different.
Yeah,
category.
if we're talking individual guys like
I'm talking about
Bobby V or Usher or
individual R&B artists. When you start talking groups, I mean,
well, Luther is S. Luther's an S tier.
I think Luther's best projects were before the 90s. I know he had.
You want to go 90s? You want to stay 90s, not just all. No,
I'm saying 90 to now. 90 to now. Artists 90 to now.
Usher,
now don't get, but I do want to say, like Dance with My Father was in like the 2000s. So Luther still contributed to music in a significant way. But if we're talking about,
he was making more music
at that point. He was
80s.
Unk.
Yeah.
He was an Unk already.
Right. But Unk, I don't think Unk disqualifies you.
It doesn't. It just depends on the kind of music you're doing as an Unk. So, for example,
and that's
by the time Brian McKnight did,
do I ever cross your mind?
What's the na 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 na? That joint. That wasn't on the first album, right? First album had One Last Cry.
It was it was just the way you did it.
Yeah, na 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 na. What's the name of that song? I want you now and show you how I can be all the man.
So you know the words.
Yeah, I was a big Brian McKnight fan.
But now I found
lie right to my face.
That you're the only
Turn around
one.
and walk away.
That was my jam, though.
Yeah, that's a Unk that actually was still able to have a relevant record. And there's been some of those moments, but there's some people who were already like grown in the 90s that I don't count them. Unfortunately, I don't count Tank. I know that he's still making music. Salute to him for still making music, but he just give me massive Unk vibes. I think,
but just because he doesn't mean he can't be in the category.
But there were some phenomenal singers back then that are still around, but not necessarily. Joe could sing circles around a lot of these dudes out here.
I would say facts about that.
But whereas Tank is still releasing records today, right. I don't know that Joe has released a record since 2018 or something.
Joe's
and
last
even
album
that wasn't widely known.
Exactly.
But I think it was probably around 2018.
That's a larger issue in and of itself, because you have artists like Joe who released an album back in, which is so crazy, bro, because they don't promote older artists anymore. They're like, yeah, you may be washed up, but the songs may still be banging though.
Yeah.
But they're like, you know what? No, we're no longer going to
it's only
allow
Tank
you to play into this game.
Yeah.
Right.
Tank is one of the few. I mean, I think Tank is actually like 50 years old, but
true.
But
when you think about it, even though Tank started maybe in that time, Tank wasn't a lead act. Right? He's singing background for Genuine. He's singing background, for a lot of different artists, but he wasn't the front man in the limelight. And so that didn't really take place until he came out with
I Deserve.
Forces of Nature.
That's the name of that album?
Yeah. And so when he came out with Forces of Nature, which has Maybe I Deserve on it, that's when. So we way past 90s now. I mean, we 2000.
Was that 2003?
2001.
2001.
And so in 90s, he's background.
Yes.
And then he comes with his debut album, Forces of Nature.
Beginning of 2000s.
Right.
So he should firmly be in the conversation, but I would venture to say maybe he's on a Tyrese level. I guess it was accurate that him and Tyrese did the verses.
But see, I think they did the verses, but one, because who else can you put against Tyrese that's not a Usher and a Chris Brown? But that makes the same type of songs that Tyrese makes. In that case,
honestly, Tyrese really didn't have no business on the verses. He's another one who's like
that wasn't even really a verses.
He's like Bobby V, whereas he's got some great songs, but he doesn't have that many songs. Like the first thing I thought to myself was,
he got great songs, but doesn't have that many songs.
Yeah, he's got great songs. He doesn't have that many. He's got like verses is usually 20 records. Tyrese don't have 20 records. Stop it.
8 songs.
Tyrese got.
He got. Let me see.
12 songs. No.
Sweet Lady.
Yeah.
Lately.
Yeah, you can't name 10 good Tyrese songs.
I'm going through the list.
Go.
I'm looking at.
We got two. I'm
looking at all the.
We got 2. Go ahead. Keep going.
I'm looking at.
He don't
at
have 10.
Hold on, let me see. I'm looking at all the ones that were just.
He don't have 10
hits. He probably don't have 10.
He don't.
And so
then I thought to myself,
how are you going to act like that? You don't give a damn about me. Signs of love making.
I give him 4.
I'm trying to think what else is on.
Lately.
Well, Lately was on.
And that's a remake, but we'll give it to him because he smashed it. He did a great job.
He did. And do I want to take How Do You Want It? Maybe not.
No.
Maybe not How Do You Want It. So then we go what's 2002. He did, and there ain't nothing on that one. I ain't like the 2001 Watts album. Open Invitation, but see, Open Invitation didn't really do anything. He had hits on there: Stay, Best of Me, Nothing on You, Too Easy with Ludacris. But that album didn't do anything like Tyrese, the first album, or I Want to Go There, the second album. Mm-hmm. Even when he did Black Rose, there wasn't really anything on Black Rose. That's when he started to really get into his.
Does that one have the let her cry for she's a lady?
Yeah, he started to really get into the I'm gonna be in my grown man bag. Mm-hmm. And then he tried to do, the Black Tie when he was the rapper, and did, I'm gonna do my rapping thing.
Mm-hmm. Same struggle Usher went through.
Yeah. And so, right.
Luckily, Usher never decided to go all in on the rapping.
Which is why if you listen to the verses, he had songs that were great songs that we knew, but it wasn't that many that he did. And he went and did some of the, what was the one song?
What do you like? Did he do that one?
No, he had Jennifer Hudson on it, and as the
yeah, he was struggling
as the background.
Yeah, he was scrounging.
Shame.
Shame. He was scrounging.
Right
at that point.
So he got into his grown man grown man bag.
Yeah, you know who Tyrese should have went up against?
Genuine.
No, Genuine got too many songs. He can't compete with Genuine. He should have went up against Case. Because Case got like 6 fire songs, and that's it.
He said that's it.
They should have did a 10-song competition.
That's all it would have been.
Between him and Case.
You do your 10 hits and then 2 other songs that people kind of like.
They would have been features. They would have been ones that, like I said, the What Do You Like? That's Tyrese singing the hook for the Brat, which was a great record, but it wasn't his record. And Case got a couple where he sang on other people's hooks. That was great records.
But when you think about, we'll go back to the Case, right? When you think about that whole verse with him and Tank on his first album, The only song that on his first album that really, really, really was a hit was Maybe I Deserve.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And then when you go to One Man, which was the next, then you got One Man. That's about it. Is you know the One Man joint?
I know the One Man joint.
Late night TV. That one, right?
So that whole album was a Tank started this. He started writing that particular album. The entire album is about him being in a bad relationship.
Yes. The entire album.
And so for some reason, so in the album sold wood. And the reason it sold wood was because what did we say at the top of the show? We said that women are the mass consumers of music. So when you do a whole album talking about how terrible of a relationship a woman provided for you, then what make you think they gonna listen to it? So it don't matter if he had a shirt on or not.
So that's why from 2002 to 2007, that's when he released Sex, Love, and Pain.
Yeah, he's like, I got to get back into my
when Sex,
lady
Love,
bag.
and Pain came out,
yeah, he went ham and cheese.
He got Please Don't Go, I Hate You, Heartbreaker, Who Dat, The Wedding Song, I Love You, I Like Them Girls, to all my ladies. Shake him out. Produced by Timbaland, right?
Yeah.
Then he came out with that. Then after Sex, Love, and Pain, he came out with Now or Never. Then Now or Never.
Is that the one that had When We?
No. Oh, no. When We came out on, I think that was on, but that wasn't on that one. Was it on Elevation? Yeah, I got all these people's albums, every single one. But
yeah.
But Now when he did Now or Never in 2010, he had Sex Music, Celebration with Drake, Emergency, Keep It 100, Foreplay with Chris Browns, Chris Browns, Can I, Amazing, You Mean That Much to Me, and I Can't Make You Love Me, which was a Bonnie remake, right? But all them songs he killed.
It was a good. That was a solid project.
Very solid project.
It wasn't no hits on there. He didn't sell no albums or he didn't sell no singles.
No, the only songs that were released as a single was Emergency. If I remember correctly, Emergency. I think Celebration featuring Drake was because Drake was on it.
I remember hearing that I Can't Make You Love Me on the radio. They were trying to push that for a little minute. But he is somebody else who would struggle to get to 20 records, with the exception of the fact that he writes for other artists. That's how he got to start with the Underdogs.
That's right.
So that and singing background. So then he started bringing them people out, whether he did them other songs for them other people. I mean, we all know that he basically wrote Jamie Foxx's entire album and sang 75% of the vocals.
Yeah, same
like Jamie Foxx sang the top line, but all the background vocals was Tank.
Right.
But he didn't have 20 songs either. So, because at first I was going to say he should have went up against Joe, but then I was like, nah, because
when you think about it, look, here's what I've learned as listening to R&B albums. They have hits on the album, but there may be a couple of hits on the album, and then the rest of the album is just fillers. They're complimentary songs to help shape.
Some of them are not even that.
To shape the
some
song,
of them are literally
songs,
just filler.
Right? And some of them are just literally
they hot
fillers,
garbage.
Right? So Joe's album, All That I Am, in 1997
was an amazing album.
Amazing.
It was flawless.
The first song on the album
is Round and Round.
All the Things Your Man Won't Do.
All the Things. Okay, that's his second album. Then.
Yes. He said that he would make your mama scream.
Yeah.
Like, all the things your man won't do. Don't want to be a player. And then they did a remix. Yeah. And had Big Pun. You know, that's the remix from Big Pun's Don't Want to Be a Player. That's where this come from. And so it had, but when you think about it, when you listen to All That I Am, there may be songs you like on here.
Yeah.
But they're not songs that are the standout songs. All the things your man won't do
that's a standout record.
Probably the best album or the best song on the entire album.
Probably, but that's an amazing record that
Song's
still
amazing.
gets played to this day.
Yes, but
even though that was how many years ago?
Man, it came in 1997.
You know what I'm saying?
1997,
and they still play that song to this day.
So he went from that to My Name Is Joe. I think that was the next one he came out with in 2000, and that had I Wanna Know.
A smash.
What turns you on.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
smash.
I talk about that. I could sing on the podcast in my interviews and stuff, but I ain't trying to really sing for y'all today.
Yeah,
I ain't really trying to sing, but
yeah, I gonna give it to you. I got vocals. Too.
I got vocals. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, but I ain't gonna do it on here.
I ain't gonna let y'all have that.
Nah.
Yeah, but I got them.
I can be shmee all day, and I can. But
what
once
else
again,
was on there? Was Stutter on that one?
Yes,
it was a great record,
but it wasn't a standout record. Though.
It was a single.
But it wasn't.
It was absolutely a standout record. Who was the feature on there? At his hottest. Who was the feature? Go ahead and say it. Who was the featured artist on Stutter?
When you hear this song, I got to take out my thing. When you hear this out with this song was. The song was dope, but when it came to I Wanna Know,
yeah,
then that song became, this is a complimentary song to I Wanna Know. I Wanna Know became
no, but the Stutter remix.
Now, we ain't getting to the remix because the remix.
But the remix was the one that got radio play. It wasn't the original. Had Mystical on it. Yes,
right. So when they redid
that was a smash.
That was a smash. But what else?
That still gets played to this day.
But what else on? So that's what I'm saying. Like, what else on the albums?
But that's why I said he would have been a good matchup for. None of these guys have 20 records.
So
Joe, Case, Tank, Tyrese, they don't have 20 records.
Not 20 records that are going to be standout.
I don't even know how we got to doing 20 records on the Versus. It's too many.
It is. Because it didn't always mean that they played songs that were the hottest. They actually played songs that may have been favorites of individuals.
True.
That may not have been the most standout records. True. Right.
But the difference with that is, the problem with that is, depending on who is in the Verses, they do have that many records. So, for example, when they were doing the Verses and they were doing writers, when they did the Verses that was like Jonte
and
Neo, they had easy.
Of course they did.
20
They
Jones.
wrote huge hits.
Yeah.
I mean.
But then, like, let's say.
Huge hits.
For example, even if you did.
Huge
hits. When they did the Brandy and Monica, they legit had about 20 records apiece. Monica struggled to get there. But Brandy absolutely had a 20 piece, but Monica, she was struggling. She played a couple records. I was like, I ain't never heard that.
But that's the issue. That is the issue. That's why I feel like a lot of songs on R&B albums some of them are standout songs, and then the rest of them are complimentary songs to help shape whatever the theme of the album is or the message they're trying to communicate. Because some songs are trash.
Buttocks.
Some of the songs are trash, which is why back when R&B artists used to put out albums, they always put out the A and the B side. And it was always the A side that got the most plays.
Yeah.
All of your hits went on the A side.
Yeah.
All of your trash joints went on the B side. Think about Jodeci, Forever My Lady.
Yeah.
We only listen to the A side. When you listen to the B side, you're like, what is this trash that's over here?
What was the B side? Was it that party song?
Brother.
Was it All You Got?
Check this out. They were smart.
Give it all you got. Give it all you got. You remember that song?
I do.
Yeah, but
that was the smart thing, because now I don't think they approach albums from an A side, B side perspective. They just
I feel like Jodeci's A and B were both good songs.
No,
it was like Forever My Lady and
I'm gonna show you. So when we think about Forever My Lady, right? Jodeci's first album, Stay.
Yeah, that was Forever My Lady was the B-side, wasn't it?
No. Come and Talk to Me, Forever My Lady, I'm Still Waiting, and You and I were the first 5 songs on the album. All them songs were smashes.
You and I never made it to the radio, but
no, it didn't.
But it's an amazing
You and I,
record.
Yeah, You and I is an amazing record.
Absolutely.
And then they stick an interlude right there.
Yeah.
Which is the separator from the A into the B. Then they go My Phone.
Terrible.
Gotta Love.
Terrible.
Plaything.
Terrible.
It's All Right.
It's okay.
Treat You.
It's okay.
Exes We Share.
Terrible.
And they knew it. Even though they cut it, these songs were the worst songs. B-sides never really got played. Even when you go to My Heart Belongs to You, right? So you got My Heart Belongs to You, Cry for You, Fiendin', What About Us, Ride and Slide, Alone.
Ride and Slide was trash. I didn't like it.
It was an okay song.
Right. It was trash.
It was an okay song, right?
Like round we go.
Alone, and then Lately. Once you get past,
that was so far. How many songs is that?
7.
6 of them were smashes.
Yes,
I mean not smash as in
no
sold, but great records.
Great records. My Heart Belongs to You, Cry for You, Fiendin', What About Us, Lately.
Woo.
Alone was dope. I still like Ride and Slide. It's probably my least favorite on this Diary of a Mad Band.
Yeah.
But then you get down to after that, you get down to You Got It.
Yeah.
Which had Redman, Won't Waste Your Time with Missy. In the Meanwhile, see, this is okay.
In the Meanwhile was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah. In the
give me all you got. Give me all you got. Right?
Yeah, not really.
Sweaty.
No.
Let's Go Through the Motions.
No.
Joe DeSeo Hotline.
No.
Success. Okay, so those are the B-sides, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of R&B albums, they knew that right up front they had to put the songs that were the go songs, the smash songs, the hit
that
songs.
was the rule that we had in radio. Was the rule in radio was if the lead singles are in the first 5 songs of the album, then the rest of the album is trash.
And the lead singles are in the first 5.
Yeah. And if they are, so for example, if you go look at like Mary J. Blige's
My Life. What's My
Life album?
My Life is over there. The entire album is a smash.
Absolute smash-tastic.
That's what I was getting ready to say when we were talking about why I was saying that. For some reason, when male R&B artists make music, for some reason, I don't know what it is, it's not approached from the perspective that we're making every song a smash song. My Life, every song is a smash song. I may not want to listen to sometimes.
I'm going down depending on what day of the week it is. Some days I might want to hear that. Some days I
not want to hear that. You know what I mean? But I'm not
denying that it's a smash.
It's a smash record, though. Mm-hmm. Every song on that album is a smash. Now, what's the 411? Not every song on there is a smash.
No, but it's a strong, it's a solid project. 411 is a solid project.
Very
but
solid
every
project.
song is not a smash.
But see, the issue is that I don't know is it that we.
But I'll give you a female example.
Brandy.
Of an album where the singles were in the first half and the rest of the album was absolute garbaggio. Alicia Keys.
Which album?
Songs in the key of A minor.
Which album?
Yeah, the first, I think.
Yeah, that's
once you get past like song number 4, you can go ahead and wrap that up.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Which album? And because
she was notorious for having a smash record and the rest of the album be an absolute letdown.
So songs of A minor, Piano and I. I'm just going through the first 7 songs.
Yeah.
Right? Because it has 17 songs here.
Okay.
Piano and I.
No.
Girlfriend.
It was cool.
How Come You Don't Call Me.
It was cool.
Now y'all know this one's I keep on falling.
And you knew right then because it's what, song number 4?
Song number 4.
So you knew right then that the rest of the album had nothing else to offer you after that.
So then you had a Woman's Worth.
The next song. So number 5.
Number 5 was Troubles. Number 6 was Rock With You. Number 7 was A Woman's Worth.
Okay.
And then nothing else after that. even when you went to the Diary of Alicia Keys, right? And so you go to the smash song on here was If I Ain't Got You.
Mm.
And then Diary's number 7. Now, I said once you get past 7,
those two songs.
You know everything else is.
So
like,
that album had 2 songs on it.
Well, it had If I Was Your Woman.
If I Was Your Woman. Okay. That wasn't a single though, was it? No.
You Don't Know My Name. Baby, baby, baby.
That was a single.
Baby, baby, baby. That's the one that had Most Def in the video, right?
Yeah.
She called him up.
The
She was
diner.
like, hey, I look different in my work. Now I know for real. Like even if you got work clothes on, I can tell that you look different. I'm sure you do, right? I look different in my work clothes, you know. Like, and then If I Ain't Got You, and then Diary. Those are like
so it had 3 songs on it.
Pretty much.
So it wasn't specific to male artists for R&B. It's just R&B in general.
Yeah,
you're going to get great singles usually.
Great singles,
but the albums are gonna be lackluster unless we're talking about the My Life album, which was amazing. I know it was early or late 90s, maybe like 96, 97, 98. Donnell Jones's first album was a masterpiece. There are no skips.
I'm gonna come back to Donnell Jones.
There's no skips on the Donnell Jones album.
But you know, they purposely made Mary J. Blige's album that way. It was the culmination of all the pain and struggle that she was going through, and Diddy A&R the whole project
for My Life.
Yes. Diddy A&R the whole project because
I don't think so. I'm just saying. Is it a fact?
Or he was the executive producer, whichever type. He was the man really behind My Life.
But My Life was, that album came out when albums were still albums, so it probably tells you on the credits who the A&R was.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like that is. If Diddy did that, shout out to Diddy. But I think that's above his talent.
No, sir. That's Andre Harrell gave him.
Like Diddy, nice, but My Life album, nah.
My Life, extensive production from Sean Puffy Combs. Andre Harrell, yes. Yeah. You didn't know that? Yes, sir.
No, that album is far better than his ear.
So,
I mean, not to say he don't have a good ear, he does, but that album is.
So here's the thing. So when Mary,
it's musical.
When Mary did What's the 411, right? When she did What's the 411, Andre Harrell said, we got this new singer.
Yeah.
Right? It's in the Mary documentary. Andre Harrell went and heard her sing, eventually, went and heard her sing, was like, cool, man, we gotta sign this lady. Diddy was working with Andre Harrell at the time. Diddy, that's your project.
Yep.
Diddy was like, okay, cool. Yep. They went and made What's the 411.
Right.
Mary's whole hip-hop style like this came from Diddy.
Yes.
Diddy fashioned Mary J. Blige style into who she was on What's the 411.
Yes.
When What's the 411 came out and it was a smash,
yes,
they said, follow it up.
Oh, yeah?
And they were like,
because the music is absolutely nothing even remotely close.
No, because
on My Life than it was on 411.
Because the production.
Yes.
So
that's what makes me think Diddy didn't have anything to do with it.
Both. He did both.
Even her styling was completely different.
Yep. He did What's the 411.
There was no more baggy jeans and boots and hats backwards.
Yep. So he did that, right? So he did What's the 411, working with producer Sean Puffy Combs. But he had other producers on there. Devontae Swing, Tony Dofat, Dave Hall, Mark Morales, and Mark Rooney. Right? And so that album is what did What's the 411. When Andre Harrell, when they was ready to make the next album, and he said, Diddy, y'all got to follow it up with something. Diddy said, okay. Remember at this time, this is when Diddy found Bad Boy Entertainment and was like, okay, cool, we're going to figure out how to do this. And Diddy was establishing his production team, the Hitmen. And one of the people that was in this thing that he was creating was Chucky Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
And Chucky is the one who produced most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Him, Big Bub, Diddy, and a couple other handpicked people that Diddy had on staff made the My Life album.
This says Butt Naked Tim Dog.
No, sir.
I'm just telling you right here.
No, sir.
I Googled it.
No, sir.
The A&R.
Well, the A&R may have been somebody else.
It was Butt Naked Tim Dog.
But the producer, the actual guy who oversaw everything was Diddy.
Was Diddy.
Yes.
It says Andre Harrell and Sean Puffy Combs.
Yes.
But that just means Butt Naked Tim Dog picked the records. And then Diddy said, okay, that was good. I like that one.
Yeah, Diddy, well.
Largely produced by Chucky Thompson.
From the story of how it goes, it's Diddy that executive produced the entire thing and was involved in the entire process.
I'm just saying, first thing to come up.
I'm just saying,
but
I'm saying from the stories that Mary J. Blige and Chucky Thompson and Big Bub have been communicating is completely different than whoever.
Well, shout out to Butt Naked Tim Dog.
Shout out to Butt Naked Tim Dog.
Because he didn't get his credit. They robbed Butt Naked Tim Dog. They stripped him butt naked.
But yes.
And turned him into a Tim Dog. But it say right here he was the
He probably was the A&R.
Shout out to Butt Naked Tim Dog. I don't know where he is now.
Associate executive producer. And the executive producer was Andre Harrell.
Yeah, but the only person listed as an A&R is Butt Naked Tim Dog.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Come on, you gotta get A&Rs their credit.
I'm giving A&Rs the credit. I'll give it to him.
Show Butt Naked Tim Dog some love.
Butt Naked Tim.
Naked. See, you thought I was making that up too.
No.
You didn't know his name was Butt Naked.
Bucket Naked.
Yeah,
Tim Dog.
Name Butt Naked.
But Chucky really produced the majority of that album.
He did. He did some great records.
Chucky was literally very instrumental in the production of My Life.
Yeah, it was an amazing album.
Amazing album. And we don't hear production like that anymore. Maybe male R&B artists need to go through some heartbreak and some, instead of out here singing about, girl, you know, let me throw you on the bed and do all these other, maybe y'all need to go through something.
But that's where the male R&B scenario ended for Trap and I when we were having that conversation. Was we just need to write better records. We need to find a way to write better male R&B records. We're writing all the female records. No disrespect to the females. There's some amazing female writers that have written some amazing records, and they will continue to do that. But us men, we need to contribute to. You know what? I forget that. Even if the women got some great records that men can sing, can we get those? Because we need them.
Because we struggling. Need them. We need them.
Every song on the radio can't be a female record
doing this every.
Yeah, unless it's something that's wild style.
Let me eat you like some cake and. Let me eat you like some donuts.
Let
me spoon you up and put you in my mouth. And I'm just like, man, I can't listen. I want to hit like.
I guarantee you this Chris Brown album is
so
nothing
my man,
short of a porno.
My man got 27 songs.
27 Jones.
Right? 27.
Yeah.
He got, so number one is Leave Me Alone.
Okay.
I want to just like a ode to Michael. Leave me alone. Right?
I doubt it.
Obvious. Yeah. Honey Pack.
Yeah, I heard the Honey Pack record is crazy.
I don't even know. Is it in reference to something?
Yes, Honey Pack. I'm sure. Honey Pack is like
I don't know what that is.
Blue Chew. You don't know what Blue Chew is? Okay,
I know what Blue Chew is because only reason why I know what Blue Chew is because I used to watch Big Jaw's videos.
Pause.
Yeah, Big Jaw, the real big dude.
I don't, but the dude called anybody called
his name is Big Jaw.
Is
Big J-A-H.
Is wild.
Right? Big Jaw is his name.
Oh, Big Jaw.
Yeah, Big Jaw.
I know Jaw.
Yeah, Big Jaw.
Yeah, he does the skits.
Yeah, he does the skits. He was like, yo, I'm your you call me if you need somebody to get beat up. Like I used to watch them.
Yes.
And then as I was watching his skits, halfway in the skit, he'd be like, skirt. Hey, get your man to get some Blue Chew.
He does. He does a lot of Blue Chew advertising.
Like, what's this? So okay, so that's what a Honey Pack is.
Honey Pack is Honey Pack is basically gas station Viagra.
I've been married for 26
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
27 together. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what that is. So, sorry.
Yeah.
It Depends with Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
He got Bryson on here. He got Leon Thomas on number 5, Fallen.
Yeah.
He got a song called Hate Me, Call Your Name, featuring Sexy Red and Glorilla.
Yeah, I heard that that's going to be like the summer jam.
I guess. For the Moment, F and Party.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
A effing party.
Yeah, F and Party.
Oh, F and Party.
And party.
Oh,
yeah,
it actually says it.
Yeah. It's
the words
I don't really
there.
curse.
Nice.
So, with Vibes Cartel.
Of course.
Red Rum with NBA Youngboy.
Nice, of course.
It's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
Cry for Me, number 12. Say Nothing, number 13. What you like? Shh, girl, don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to. Don't say nothing.
Yeah,
like,
I gotta listen to this album. I gotta get
Slow
into
Jam featuring Lucky Daye. All the people we've been talking about that are like the tier. He putting them on there.
He got Leon Thomas on there. He got Bryson Tiller.
He got Lucky Daye
on there,
and he got Tank on here too. So it's
That's
like
funny.
Perfect Timing featuring Friday. I don't know who Friday is.
What? Yeah, Friday's dope.
I don't know who Friday is.
What? And I forgot about Friday when we were talking about male artists because I think of him almost more of like a hip hop artist, but he's not. You know the DJ Khaled song God Did?
God Did.
Friday's the one that's singing on God Did.
Okay. Yeah. I know the dude who produced God Did. That's the thing. I mean, I know who Friday is, but I know who produced it because I know the dude who produced it. But.
Yeah. Friday
yeah.
had a breakout from that record.
In My Head, number 16. Chris, why you got so many songs, bro, on your album?
Because
In My Head.
We talked about this. The reason Chris has so many songs is because every aspiring songwriter is writing for, especially if you're writing male records, you're writing records for Chris Brown and Usher.
Yes.
They're two of the, they are the premier, but not only that, they are, that's the top of the food chain
R&B
for all songwriters because those two guys don't write. So, for example, y'all
ain't out there writing y'all songs that y'all out here singing.
We know Leon Thomas writes, right? So he may not write every record, he may not write every lyric, but we know he writes. We know Lucky Daye writes. He may not write every song, he may not write every lyric, but we know that he writes. We know that Bryson Tiller writes. We know certain artists. You're gonna be hard pressed to get a record on them. Like you might be able to submit a hook and a verse and leave a verse open for them to get theirs off on it. But you can still write a record from front to back and submit it and get on the Chris Brown or the Usher project. And so they have a pick of the litter. Everybody who's ever written any great R&B record, if it gets to one of those two, then they have. And so 27, he probably cut 127 records.
Because when you think about it, other artists that got strong pen games are writing their own stuff.
Yes.
They may bring a couple of individuals that are close to them that they have collaborated with over the years to help maybe facilitate some of the writing. Yeah. But for artists like that, they're usually writing their own. Yeah.
And there's levels to it, to be honest. You can write a half cool, half trash record, but if you wrote that record with the artist, there's a greater chance for that record to get on the project than if you wrote a lightweight smash and you just turned it in and they don't know you from a can of paint. They don't know who the producer is and the record is cool. It might not make it. Something that's not even as good as your record, that the artist was actually involved in the creation process, has a better chance of being on the project because they have more of a vested interest because they were part of the creation.
Yeah. So what do we leave? Perfect Timing, number 15.
What number you at?
15.
15, okay.
Perfect Timing, featuring Friday. In My Head, What's Love, Something in the Water, number 18. Won't Let Me Leave, number 19. Body Goals, number 20. Featuring Tank. Colors, Skin to Skin is number 22. Theme Song, Your Time, It's Personal, Holy Blindfold.
Yeah. I've heard that one. They tried to make it a
I'm
single.
going to go listen to this album.
Yeah, they tried to make Holy Blindfold a single about...
Matter of fact, I can get on my Apple Music right now.
6 months ago. They tried to make that a single 6 to 8 months ago. They tried to make that a single. I didn't understand it. They were pushing it on satellite radio at first. It's not a single.
I can listen to more radio because I don't listen to radio at all.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Well, terrestrial radio is different. I try to listen to both, honestly.
I got the album right here. I'm about to listen. The hour and 32 minutes.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to listen to it on the ride back to the crib so I can do my research. But I'm about to literally put together a group of producers and writers, and we're going to commit to writing 10 of the best male R&B records.
Let's do it.
That we've heard in 20 years.
A&R. I'm going to be butt naked Tim Dog. Butt naked Tim Dog.
Yeah. That's how you look with the shades and
hey, what's up, y'all? I'm butt naked Tim Dog. I'm right here with my chain. I'm ready to get in. Butt naked Tim Dog. That's
crazy. Yeah, but that's something that we gotta
butt
turn
naked
the page
B Dog.
I'm interested to see what these 27 songs are sounding like.
Me too. I'm about to find out here after we done with this podcast.
And he doesn't usually have like trash songs.
No.
Even on this project, what didn't he have a project that had like 48 songs on it or something one
time? Fortune. Fortune only had 22 songs on it though.
So it's probably the one after Fortune.
Indigo had 30. Indigo and here's the extended version, which had 42.
Okay, I knew it was. I know he had an album with 40 something songs,
and it had Cheetah on it.
Yeah, so
Cheetah was my joint. That was it.
So again, when you have an embarrassment of riches, you could record all the greatest songs that are being
facts.
You can put 42 songs on an album and still have 27 left for your next project. So, I mean, most of the songs are not bad.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a continuation of this conversation. Maybe we'll see if we can get some R&B heads in here.
That's what I said. I told Trap that. I said, we need to have that conversation. I said, but I think it's more than a two-man conversation because there's so much R&B music and then there's so many different perspectives to look at it. But so much of that R&B music is not it's not mainstream. It's not like what you see when you turn the TV on. It's not what you hear when you immediately turn the radio on. Right. I mean, you still could turn on satellite radio and you hear like Trey Songz records like they act like it ain't enough new male records to even play. They're still playing old.
Yeah,
they're still playing Case, and
we could probably do that for real. Like,
yeah,
I got 2 studios that I know that I can hit up like right now and be like, "Hey, we looking to do this," and I know they be like, "Yo, come through. Let's set it up."
Yeah, no, I'm super serious.
Like facts. Like I can call one homie tomorrow and be like, "Hey," because he has an extra space.
Yeah.
And his studio. With studio on one side and a whole complete extra space on the empty.
Yeah.
That I can be like, yo, we're gonna bring the cameras. Yeah. We're gonna bring mics. He already got chairs. Yo, this is what we want to do. We want to come in, we want to have a conversation about R&B, the state of R&B.
The state of R&B. I know that people have had the whole is R&B dead conversation, right? But to the point where we really start talking, and like we got to break this thing down. Just like you said, like, or how we were saying, the type of music that Usher makes, that Chris Brown makes, is not the same type of music that Leon Thomas makes, that Lucky Daye makes. And then who else is there? Can you name 2 more R&B artists that are presently releasing music? Tank would be one.
Tank would be one because he is still
releasing music. And who else? See, it's a problem that we even got to think about it like that.
Well, it's a problem for me because I'll listen to the music.
Yeah.
And then I'll go, okay, that was okay.
Yeah.
That didn't really like resonate with me as like,
yeah.
I mean, like when I heard Giveon's
Lucky
album,
Daye is amazing.
I heard Giveon's album. I was like, yo, that's pretty cool. Yeah. But I don't know if I would go back and listen to it again.
Yeah, Giveon's project was cool.
So I was like, yeah, that was cool.
It was.
You know?
It was pretty good. They actually did a good job. Whoever A&R that
it.
project, they tried to make sure it was sonically cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
There was only like one song I was like, that one didn't quite make the cut.
So
that's
what I'm saying. So for me, I may not be a good judge of it. I guess if I say I'm a lover of R&B music, I'm still stuck.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck in the 90s and 2000s R&B music.
So there's actually like a scientific study done by a university that says that most people's music listening pattern has like a 30-year window. And then outside of that 30 years, people stop listening to new music.
Yeah.
Which, I always talk about, because my family, we have a small group of us that are very musical, but my entire family loves music. But we talk about the fact that the cousins and we talk about the fact that our parents still listen to the same music. Like they never graduated from the 70s. Yeah. So they're still listening to the Manhattans and the OJs and Ohio Player. And they're like, they never left crazy. The 70s.
As I listen to those people too. Temptations and
it's the usually like Marvin Gaye, Frankie Beverly and Mays.
I'm still
Ohio Players.
Like my wife when I could see the dudes on my Earth, Wind and Fire. Yeah, when they did the concert that we sat and watched it and we was in there like I was like, Dad, we like our parents in the living room. Our kids are probably like, look at them old people in there dancing around. Tell me son, look at them in there dancing. Yeah. But you're probably right because I'm still listening to Earth, Wind and Fire, and that's 70s.
Yeah. And then so you go all the way up to
2000s.
Like 2010.
I'm probably not listening to anything after 2010.
Or 15.
Yeah. Probably around 15. That I'm really actively listening to.
Yes. And if it come on, you're not cutting it off and you're familiar with what you're hearing.
If I'm saying R&B, yes. Yes. Hip hop, I'm a huge J. Cole fan, so I'm still listening to that.
Yes.
And I still listen to other hip hop things. That I like hip hop too, but R&B, for some reason,
people get stuck. My sister's younger than me, and she is literally, if it's not 90s or the early 2000s, she not trying to hear it.
Yeah.
And my wife is similar. She listens to a little bit more, but for the most part, she's listening to the 2000s R&B. She could listen to Trey Songz and Chris Brown probably all day long.
I have a specific playlist.
Yeah, see me, I'm still literally listening to whatever is new.
Look, you're absolutely right. Y'all don't know he is my playlist. I have 80s music, 90s R&B. Then I have a section that says 2000 to 2010 R&B. Then I have 2000 plus. And then in my 2000 plus are additional things. There's Chris Brown in there. There's some Genuine. There's Joe, because Joe did come out with an album in 2012, something like that. That was dope. Juicy Smollett is in there because he has a song that I actually like.
Nice.
Juicy, right? Kalani's in there. But we talking about guys. Tank, TGT, because that's when the album TGT album is in there. Trey Songz, Tyrese, Usher, 112, a lot more Tank, Usher, right? Because that's when they were real big. And that playlist has 101 songs in it. But if I go think about my 90s R&B, 160. That's and everything's not in there. My 2000 to 2010, 175. And I kind of and after that, it's like, oh, I like these songs, but I'm still staying in the 90s and the 2000 up to 2010 at least.
Yeah,
because that's when music. So I heard and as we, I guess, start to wrap this up, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hit up my home and be like, yo, can we I think we need to do this.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Because I heard it was Tricky Stewart, and that would be a good person to actually have probably there. It would be Tricky. Was the guy was like on the podcast, man, everybody talking about the 90s R&B and blah blah blah. 90s ain't ever coming back, and Tricky was like, no, well, wait. He said,
"Oh, I saw that.
It's not
today.
the fact. Yeah, I saw it today. He said it was not the fact that '90s music, the sound. He was like, it's the feeling, the frequency, how R&B, how it made you feel. I don't really have any feeling for the new music that's out today. There's no feeling to it. It just seems like it's music that's made, and we're just putting music out. But it doesn't have any. It doesn't feel like it has any heart, has any soul, has any gumption, has any.
So I can't. I agree with that to a certain extent, but to your point, it's just sort of a taste making thing. It's what you like, what you don't like. I think that 90% of the songs that Lucky Daye has gives you all the feels. I think he makes amazing R&B music. That's just my opinion about Lucky Daye. I could listen to his entire catalog and probably only like 2 or 3 songs I would skip over. I think I'm
gonna have to check out more Lucky Daye. Lucky Daye.
To me, he's that dope. And then sonically, his vocal is in a frequency that is high vibration. So,
cause see, I heard Lucky Daye when he was performing on what's the show where it had Luda and Khaled and
Rhythm and Flow, or
Rhythm and Flow season 2. He performed on there.
Yeah.
I was like,
ooh.
I was like, wow, who's this? Why you performing like that? Why you singing like that? I was like, I wasn't impressed. I was like, okay, it's cool. That's cool. That's what R&B is today. It's cool.
Ooh, wow.
So maybe I need to listen to more Lucky Daye.
It's amazing.
I haven't really listened to Lucky Daye like that.
He's an amazing artist.
So maybe I need to be amazed by this amazing artist named Lucky Daye, which to me got his name from the Three Amigos. Because one of the characters was named Lucky Daye.
Maybe so. I don't know.
But yeah, man,
his name's actually D Brown. So
D'Lo Brown, the wrestler.
That's his actual name. But yeah, so real quick on that point. So then Trap and I, when we were having the conversation earlier today, shout out Trap, we brought up that point, right? We get to digging. So he said the music that they're making now, specifically guys, but some women too, it's dark. It's just a darker music.
It is.
You don't get that. The September, who is that? Is that Ohio Players or
Earth, Wind and Fire?
Earth, Wind and Fire. Okay, you don't get that frequency off of this music. And I said, okay, well, when did that start? And then I said, when did Rod Wave get big?
Hey,
and so we looked it up. It was like 2017.
Yeah,
and that's when people like Kodak Black and Lil Yachty and all of them that were kind of doing the darker sounding mumble rap, even when 21 Savage first came out. And then it almost just transitioned right into the R&B music when Bryson Tiller did Don't. It completely changed the sound of R&B to make it closer to what rap was doing.
Exactly.
Because rap was still doing well and R&B was falling off.
So they were like, how can we gain some of that momentum? Maybe we need to switch up our style more into what they're doing. Yeah. So you weren't here when B and I was talking about this, but we went through the list. Were you here? We went through the list of the freshman XXL.
Okay.
Year by year.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a dope year. Look who they got. This dope year. Look who they got. Man, around 2016,
that thing got crazy.
It was like,
who are these people?
What in the world? So that's when you had like Kodak Black and Rod Wave and all these other people.
Yeah.
And it was, we're gonna get him. Get him.
Yeah.
And it was like, it started, I mean, you could see the trajectory went like, because then it went to like Logic and a couple other people, but right after that, the mo started going.
Yeah.
It was like, but because hip hop was such a dominating force and it had strong momentum, and and R&B was losing ground and presumably falling off, they said, we need to gain some of that momentum. Mm-hmm. What can we do to catapult ourselves into that same lane that they're in, which is why we started getting songs that sounded more dark, as far as R&B feeling, like Bryson Tiller, like, we started to call it trap soul. Right.
Yeah,
and it was,
right. Yeah.
And it started this. We got three
dark.
instruments in here.
Yeah.
But it's trap soul, and that's when it.
Yeah. Around that time, 2017, and we were like, I mean, think about where we were as a people around that time, and maybe it was a reflection of how we were, especially men.
Mm-hmm.
Think about who was, who were our political leaders at that time. Think about, fast forward a couple years from 2017, 2019, 2020, we in COVID. And so for men, it seemed like the music that we were making was all dark. And then women was like, you know what? Y'all suck. So they started, their R&B started, they decided to basically...
They switched it up.
They switched it up. They washed their hands. They were writing songs about being in love, or I'm sorry, songs were being released. I don't know who was writing them. It was both men and women, but those songs were being written and released about being in love or being in a bad relationship or a guy doing them wrong. And then all of a sudden, around the 2020, 2019 time frame is when it became F them niggas, we don't need them. That's when Cardi got big. That's when Meg came through. She was big. Everything became about more so empowerment of the woman. They were more so writings, even if you think about Jhené Aiko songs, they were more writing about their own empowerment and not so much about
that production
being
on that
sad
one song,
and being in bad relationships. They kind of started to leave that alone a little bit. Even if you think about like Summer Walker first was all the songs she was in bad, terrible relationships. Then you think about like Heart of a Woman, and then what's the other song about Don't be nice to me, just spoil me with money. Go ahead and give me your money.
I don't know.
It's a Summer Walker song, but it's a cool record. But it's a record that is just the records became all more empowering for women, and then the men just kept singing about sex.
Hey girl, let me get in that booty.
The raunchier, the better. And it's like women were like,
That's
you know what? We don't really have time for that. Even if you think about it, right now, what have the hit records been? They haven't really been about us. We got to do something as black men to get back in the graces of our women.
Yes.
The number one R&B female record last year was probably Folded. By Kehlani. Kehlani don't like men. The song makes no reference to boy, man, he, him at all. The year before that, what was the number one record? Probably was Made for Me by Money Long.
I think it was.
That song had no reference to a man. The song is actually about her child, she has said. It makes no reference to us. It was the number one record. Even if you go back to...
It's insinuating. Because
that's the key to me to a great record is you make the record that's the middle of the road so that everybody can sing it, and then they find a way to apply it to themselves without being forced into a vision of somebody else's situation. And so those were the kind of records that were successful records. Even this Tone Stith record that they're saying was number one. I think they paid for it to get to number one, but that's a whole nother conversation. But that record it's nice and clean.
Payola.
It's a nice and clean record. So I don't know. If you think about it, even the hottest male R&B record that's not by Chris Brown was probably Mutt, which is a self-degrading song, a song that a man wrote and sings about how he's trash and he knows he could and should be a better person.
He's not even a dog, he's a mutt.
Yeah.
Because you can be a dog, right? But you can't be a mutt. Because a mutt is a breed of two animals that aren't highly, because when we think about dogs, they have pedigrees.
Yeah.
Right. And people pay top dollar for high pedigree class level dogs.
Yeah.
A mutt is nowhere near that. A mutt is like a friggin' Chihuahua and a friggin'
a Doberman Pinscher.
Doberman came in and had a baby. Yeah. And it's a mutt. It's like them dogs, them little scary looking dogs. They were like, them little dogs like that. Yeah, mutt.
Yeah. So,
and that's the level of songs that are being made as a representative of R&B today.
Yeah, the songs are not
we got to get back to making real.
The women
R&B.
are empowered, the men we're just lost.
Well, think
we're
about
out
it.
Here because like I said,
but think about it.
Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller record, it's a melodically and sonically it's cool, but there's some low vibration lyrics.
I mean, you think about it. Men take a beating all day, every day. In some cases, right? You go to work, you take a beating. You come home, you take a beating, right? So from a socio-economic perspective, you probably you're a black man anyway. You got pulled over on the way home. Somebody called you nigga on the way home. Somebody out here, your baby mama talking bad about you to the kids. Won't let you see your kids. Some some dudes try to run up on you on the street. You just got robbed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so from men, especially black men, are always. I heard somebody say on a podcast that he said, I had to come to the realization that I am only worthy when I can provide.
Yes.
And if I can't provide, then I'm nothing.
Only viewed as worthy.
Only viewed as worthy. If I can only provide. I'm like, and then that probably translates into the music that's made.
But the music it's not reflective of that. It reflects, I don't know, the male ignorance. It's what we think women want to hear, and at the same time, the things that we want to say that we think sound cool. Like the Chris Brown record, he's like, my D is better than the dude that you was with.
Well,
Why is it? What?
Well, Chris Brown ain't the first to say that. But
he's not, but that's a hit record.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else might have said it. I don't know what it did, but Chris's was a hit record, right. Which is great for Chris, and salute to whoever wrote that. But at the same time, what are we talking about here? I can't.
We're talking about my D's better than yours. Better than his.
Again, my daughter's 14 years old.
She can't listen to that.
I don't want that on her playlist.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
She'll be at school. His D better than your D.
Yeah.
His D better than your D. Like, what you mean, defense? Like, no, right. I mean, it's...
So
exactly.
And so here's the thing, like what you're saying about men being beat down and do.
But I'm my bad. The reason why I'm saying that is because usually when you are dealing with things, psychological things, mental health thing, maybe like depression or sadness or whatever those, you figure out a way to create an outlet for it. And usually the outlet is things that are usually in music from a more degrading perspective. So, man, I went out, my baby mama out here making me feel a certain type of way. So I'm gonna write a song about how I hate bees. Or I'm gonna write a song about, doing women wrong. Or I'm gonna write a song about whatever it may be, right? Even if it's, oh, she don't like me, she don't think I'm the man, she got another dude. I'm gonna write a song about how my D better than his D, right? Just so I can buff myself back up. And I hope y'all comment on all this because we want the comments. But I ain't no psychological, therapist and things like that. But
here's my pushback on that. For example, I mentioned the Folded record. It's not about men, and we mentioned people like Party Fontaine earlier, who writes records, the great records that we hear that are about these women, and they WAP, written by a man though, right? Even Folded, there were 7 writers on Folded. 6 of them were men. So
yeah, I saw the breakdown video.
So we're writing these records for women that are the records that they are coming to market with, empowering them because that's what they want to sing, as they should want to sing.
But it's
that.
not. But it's not the reverse.
But we're not making that for ourselves.
That's right.
So I don't know if we are living vicariously through them in this moment.
I do believe it.
And that's cool for us to support them in this moment. But it would be great for us to support them by writing some great records about relationships, about life, about, I mean, when Curtis Mayfield and Marvin Gaye was going through things, they wrote what's going on. They didn't write, let me hit it from the back till your forehead hit the headboard.
And they won't gonna write that.
Yeah,
Marvin Gaye ain't gonna write that.
Let me push you through the drywall.
Right.
They wasn't saying that, but that's what you saying. That's what we say when we get stressed out. We start writing crazy. But we writing the right stuff for women.
But that's a different thing though, right? Because we are writing songs for women that that's not our experience.
Right.
So we're writing the songs.
Half the time this stuff about the headboard and all that ain't our I mean, it might be Chris Brown's experience. Chris Brown probably can do whatever he wants, but
I just know for some reason, I'm assuming, I can't say I know. I'm assuming for some reason, when it comes to us writing music and we are using our experience to communicate what we feel through music, a lot of the trauma is what is being communicated through those records. But so instead of me writing about me being depressed, I'm going to write more about the flip side of that. Like, I'm down. I need to write about me being the man. So let me write about that. And what does a man do? Yo, he FBs out here. You know what I'm saying?
FBs is crazy.
He FBs.
Yeah,
here. He writes.
I think
the
record would say that you're probably correct.
I'm out here. I wanna show that, because we deal with a lot of stuff, and so I can't let you into my personal life of what I'm really going through. For women, it's easy. A woman can write look at my life. They can write anything about the songs and the struggles and the things that they're going through. Name an album that you really hear about men really struggling and telling their story and their pain. The only person who tried to do that or went to do that was Tyrese.
Yeah, well, Tank did too. And that's the album I said did
that was one man. Right. That was his one
album,
man album.
No woman wanted to hear that album.
You know.
We don't have the ability to do that. You're not afforded that ability. Okay. Right. One of the reasons why I say I enjoy and I thrive in writing for females is because there are no boundaries on what I can say in terms of how things make me feel.
Correct.
If you say those same things as a man, A, a woman don't want to hear it. B, men now be like, you gay. You gay.
You little sissy girl. We don't want to hear that.
How long have you been gay?
We don't want to hear that.
So you can't necessarily get away with it, but there is a space. If we were writing, whatever you want, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, we would still be in the game.
Right.
If we were still writing those kind of records.
Those songs.
So there is a place for us to get in where we fit in. Now, don't get me wrong. We tied. Like you said, we tied. Mm-hmm. So this whole narrative of whatever you want, whatever you need, I'm going to do it all. We tied. Mm-hmm. We don't want to be the ones that do whatever you want and whatever you need.
The sun, the moon, the stars.
We giving you stuff that we ain't even got. We don't belong to me.
Don't belong to me.
But I'm gonna steal it.
And but here's the thing.
So what do we write about? Because right now every song's about sex.
But I
gotta listen to the Chris Brown to see if Chris gonna talk about anything different.
I think that is just a outlet that is used because we can't talk about the things that we truly want to talk about. And so we know that if one, sex sells, of course.
So it's over for men, for male artists.
So let me talk about that. If I know that sex sells, and I know that I'm probably going through situations with that's why you'll see songs on people's albums that are at what's the right word? Negatively adverse about women, but not all of them. There's going to be one song on that album about hating bees. There is. Tank got a whole song called
got a whole album.
No, he got a song called I Hate You. On
that entire album.
It's not one man. This is not one man.
The album where he
got a song that says,
got the wedding.
Yes, wedding song.
Yeah.
I Hate You was on that one.
Yeah, that whole album, it was like somebody did. Here's my only thing.
I hate you. I was like, dang.
Yeah, we just, as men, you can't say what you want to say. You can't feel how you can't say how you feel. Because literally, I thought women buy music. No woman wants to hear an album where a dude is complaining about the woman for 10 songs.
They do not.
And a dude doesn't want to hear he don't want to hear another dude complaining about his relationships.
I don't.
It's like, bruh, shut up. Did you hit it from the back or did you
and that's exactly.
Tell me about that.
So it's like, let me
live vicariously through you on that. Okay, yeah.
Well, and that's the other part is because you talked about living vicariously through when guys are writing female songs. That's how men live vicariously through men's songs is by
writing
fantasy.
The shallow.
It's like, yo, I ain't never gonna get them girls like that. So you out here smashing girls. So I'm thinking that. That's how we do stuff, is we smashing or we selling or we doing or we trying to live fly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We driving the cars and the things.
Yeah. It's like, what, we can't write. There is nothing. Yeah, women can sing about anything.
Anything. They can sing
perfectly
about anything.
Fine. And then
they can sing about their struggles.
Don't sing, yes, but we can't.
Look at my life. They can sing about that.
Yeah, a man
cannot sing my life. Who can sing my life? From a male perspective.
Yeah, you can't get away with that. It just comes across as crying. So
nobody.
I don't know. I don't know where we go from here.
That's
why I say this literally could be like a forum.
We are going to do a forum.
An R&B forum. Like,
that's what we're going to do.
R&B for us, by us. We need to do the R&B FUBU conference. Yeah.
We're going to do it. But man, I enjoy having that conversation though.
Yes.
Like, I think it's needed. We're going to pull some people together and kind of have more of a robust conversation about it here soon, maybe May, June, and kind of pull some people together. Dope. Yeah. So so you got to reach out to the people you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to reach out to the people, some people that I know. We're going to try to figure out how to bring at least a round table of some sort together to facilitate that. So I think that'll be needed. So we out, y'all. We've been talking out here about rhythm and blues all night long.
I gotta think of a thing.
Peace. We out.
We out.